Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and we're here today at the Maltz Museum of Jewish Heritage, and we're here with Jill Rembrandt, Director of Education and Programming. Hey, Jill, thanks so much for talking with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, Thomas. I appreciate it.
Talk about this room, this gallery that we're in here, because it's very unique and it's a permanent gallery. It doesn't change like a lot of the exhibitions that we usually come over to cover.
That's right. And so what's exciting about this gallery, the Temple-Tifereth Israel Gallery, is that it's part of a permanent collection of the Temple-Tifereth Israel. And it was actually the impetus for the beginning of the Maltz Museum. So the collection, and part of the collection that's here, was the Temple-Tifereth Israel was looking to bring it farther east because not a lot of people were visiting it when it was in University Circle, and wanted to add on to the temple a room so that people could enjoy all of this collection. And then they decided, well, why don't we build a Maltz Museum? Mr. Maltz decided to build a Maltz Museum of Jewish Heritage to showcase this collection and then also our permanent collection and our special exhibition space.
And this is an amazing collection. It really goes back over 100, 150 years or so, right? It's been collected here in Cleveland at various temples throughout history.
It has, and so it was started in order to honor the 100th anniversary of the congregation Temple-Tifereth Israel, and then things got donated and gifted and acquired by the temple over the last 50 years or so.
And now you have some amazing things like this Torah Scroll behind you here that are from all around the world. This one, I believe, is from Iraq.
It is from Iraq, and what I love about this is that typically people think of Jews as coming from Eastern Europe. And so it's really interesting to me and interesting to other people when they come into the museum of, you know what, all Jews didn't come from Eastern Europe. There are Jews that were born in the Middle East and from the Middle East, and this is one of the oldest Torah scrolls that we have from 1892, which was made in Iraq, and it's just a wonderful way to show people that Jews are from everywhere, and it's such a beautiful artwork and beautiful scroll. We're so lucky to have it here.
It's really amazing, and I love the fact you've got some Marc Chagalls here on the wall as well.
Beautiful, that tell the story of Exodus, and so the story of the Jewish people as they left Egypt and Moses was born and put in his basket, and it's beautiful artwork that everybody can come and enjoy, and very recognizable to people, the Chagall windows and Marc Chagall.
Take us through a little bit of the museum here quickly, because this is really a fascinating collection.
Great. There's tons of art on the walls that are, some are more modern and some are not. Here's another Esther scroll. Esther is the book that we read during Purim, which is a holiday coming up in February, which talks about another ancient story about the Jews. We have some beautiful Torah art curtains that were hung in synagogues around Eastern Europe. A lot of this stuff was actually recovered after the Holocaust, and we're so lucky to have it in our museum. Back here, we have a beautiful sculpture by an artist, Jacques Lipschitz from Lithuania. It's called Thanksgiving, and I thought it was so appropriate at this time of year. And what it is it's a sculpture that's thankful for the commemoration of the State of Israel in 1948. And is a man kneeling in front of a menorah, which is made out of the tablets of the Ten Commandments. And it's a beautiful way to commemorate Thanksgiving, and we're all thankful for so many different things, and it's wonderful to be able to say we're thankful for the State of Israel as well.
Wow, this is such a treasure trove of artifacts. They're from all around the world, and they really tell a story of daily life. Isn't that true, how they're kind of connected to your daily life?
The gallery is a combination of a sacred space, sacred objects, and sacred occasions. And so it's kind of divided into those three spaces. And so we're able to show to everybody what kinds of sacred rituals did Jews use in terms of holidays and things like that. What kinds of life cycle events do people have, and what kinds of rituals we use, and then what kind of sacred objects have we used for centuries and centuries and centuries, like these menorahs and Hanukkot, which fascinatingly enough come from all over the world. So again, when we talked about how the Torah Scroll comes from Iraq, we have Hanukkot from the Ukraine, from Italy, from Germany, from Morocco, places that people don't think of when they think of where do Jews typically celebrate holidays. What's wonderful is that Hanukkah is coming up in the next week or two. Some of these Hanukkot use candles, some of them use oil. We use oil in our food and our Hanukkah lights during Hanukkah to commemorate the fact that a small amount of oil that we thought was going to last for only one day lasted for 8 days when the Jews reclaimed the temple in Jerusalem from the Greek Syrians.
This is amazing, 180 objects from 20 countries. And it might be a thing that people overlook when they come through because they're looking at the current exhibition, but this is always on exhibit whenever the museum is open.
It's always here, and the fascinating thing is if you talk to the people that work here, every time we walk through the exhibit, we find something new and meaningful and special to us, something that speaks to you. And anybody can come in, and I would encourage them to come multiple times to find that what is speaking to you at this museum.
Everyday objects with meaning, giving meaning to our lives. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to talk with us.
Thanks.
Thank you. Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great week in cool Cleveland.